This is honestly the hardest video I've ever had to make in my life. I've gone back and forth on this decision for a very long time. I've spent months trying to figure out what the right thing to do is. But after a lot of thought, I have decided that I will no longer be doing Sidemen videos. Today, 31st of May, will be my final Sidemen video. Even saying these words out loud, it just doesn't feel real. The Sidemen have been such a huge part of my life for over 12, 13 years. For almost half my life, the Sidemen have been my second family. We've grown up together. We've traveled the world together. We built something that none of us ever thought was possible, especially back then when we were making random videos together and playing GTA. I still remember those early days with no idea that tens of millions of people were going to be watching us on the channel. And somehow this turned into an incredible journey.
What's going on, everybody? Shimon Antoine here, and welcome back! We're back with another video on the channel. In today's video, we're here to do another Ram Talk video. In today's video on the channel, we're randomly talking about the whole Sidemen situation. Of course, if you guys know what a Sidemen is a group of people from UK that does like cotton and all that, group of people. I'm sure you guys would know Sidemen is like one of the most popular, groups in the whole entire world and everything else. So we'll be talking about those people in today's video. Now, why do we talk about the Sidemen group in today's video? Well, I'm pretty sure you guys are probably aware of this, or you guys are probably already know about this, what's going on. It's no secret, whatever. But it's been announced that as of the video I'm recording this, I'm sure you already know that KSI, aka JJ, aka Obito with T, whatever you want to call him, whatever, he is leaving the Sidemen after 13 years of being in the Sidemen. That's right, KSI announced that for the second time ever that he's leaving the Sidemen. Yep, that's right. This is the first time he left the Sidemen, and this won't be. I think this time this is for real. This time because the first time he did it because of Ethan or whatever. But now this time he's doing this because he wants to focus on other things outside of the Sidemen. Content, his family, his mistress, and other things he want to focus on. Anything in life, his health, and all that. Based off the video that he said, I'll link the whole thing in the description down below. And also, this is the first time KSI left the Simon. He did it like years ago, but I guess according to a lot of people, he officially left the Simon after 13 years. So basically, almost half his life, like half of his life, like he's been in part of Simon for quite some time, what I'm saying? And honestly, I've been a fan of assignments since I was 15 years old. So I really watched these dudes when I was like 15 years old. along with KSI and as his own channel, but also the Sidemen in general. So at 15, like for like while I was 15 years old, I started watching them. So yeah. So but yeah, he decided to leave after 13 years, of course, and a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people on social media are wondering, like, kind of confused about this. Some people are not shocked about this. Me personally, I'm kind of not shocked about this. I figured that this was going to happen, but I'll explain more to that later as time goes on, as I talk in the video. Um, I mean, honestly, this was bound to happen. I mean, if you watch the cyber for a very long time, obviously this was going to happen. Then JJ has left the Simon before, because the whole diss track with Harry and all that, with the whole Ethan, all that type of stuff. Whether you believe it was just for jokes or for clicks and views or whatever, or not, he still kept it on the channel, still up there. He like this is the first time he left the assignment, and it won't be the, and this time he's leaving the assignment for real to go focus on that, whatever. A lot of people are kind of mixed feeling about this whole entire thing about the Simon, about him leaving the Simon, of course. What I'm saying, obviously, KSI is one of the best Simon members. To many people, they're his favorite. Him decided to leave the Simon. It came out of nowhere. It kind of came out like a shockery or something like that. Like it kind of had people in the mixed feelings about this. Like, damn, so you leaving the people that made your career, and you are leaving your best friends, your brothers, your amigos, your compadres, your 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 brethrens, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of let people into like some like kind of despair. On one hand, people were like okay with this, cool with him leaving, and on the other hand, people were like not so genuinely happy about this. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because, well, on one hand, you have KSI, who's been part of the Simon throughout half his life, who has given his all to the Simon, but also the Simon has given all to him. So they've been brothers and all that through the ups and through the downs. They're terrible. They've been through thick and thin, and they've been making some great content together, especially with JJ, is involved in this. You know what I'm saying? And for him to leave, kind of like left a lot of people like kind of like in in despair, like in mixed feelings. Like when people like thought about him leaving the side, and he kind of like, damn, this is shocking. You know what I'm saying? And some even people think it was not real. Or he was just faking it again, like he did the first time. But then the first time, I feel like, in my personal opinion, he left the assignment. But then because the whole drama stuff was going on because of everything else, and now he started to come. He eventually came back. And, all that came happening, and then of course now he's leaving again, and it kind of left people like was okay with this. If you want to go leave and all that, that's cool. And some people were like, I don't know how I feel about this. It's kind of very, 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 very oddly weird, like for him to do that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And it kind of let people kind of like in disrupt once again. You know what I'm saying? Especially the one of the group members, Simon. You know what I'm saying? The white dude, white UK bro. The bro, literally, Simon literally had no idea that he was going to leave. Like he made a blog post saying that I had no idea he was going to leave the whole Simon, whatever, or something like that. Because there was a post on Instagram. You go look at his Instagram. KSI confirmed that he's actually legit for real this time. He's leaving the Sidemen. No one had no Simon had no idea about this. Like he's like KSI was leaving the Sidemen, but Simon from the Sidemen had no idea about this. It's like I didn't even think he was gonna leave Sidemen because all this whole thing happened. Toby kind of like he made a live stream talk about it. He's kind of like a little bit shocked and stoked about them, him leaving the assignment, but he do wish the best for him, all the type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And mind you, KSI did this during the time when they was in a charity football match. Like this was during the time when he decided to announce he was leaving the assignment. He did this during the time when the Sidemen, Vic Star, Harry, Simon, Toby, what I'm saying, Josh, what I'm saying, I think I named everybody else, right? Simon, Toby, Josh, Vic, Harry, Ethan. Yeah, Ethan. Okay. Yeah, but I forgot about Ethan. Sorry about that. But anyways, while these guys were going during the charity match, well, JJ's not here. JJ made that announcement, and it blew everybody out of proportion. It was shocking. You know what I'm saying? And this was during the time when the charity football match was happening, and they was doing a whole charity event that was very important to them. One of the biggest events that Sidemen always do almost every single year is the charity event. They do this like almost every single year. It's a traditional to them, to do these charity events to give back to the community. And while all that was happening, JJ made the announcement. He decided to say, I'm retiring Sidemen after 13 years. This shocked everyone. This is bigger than the whole charity event when he announced this shit. Like, it was crazy. He did this out of nowhere. Maybe that's why Simon kind of like, I had no idea he was retiring until that post. That's why Simon was talking about that. Toby kind of was shocked about this a lot too as well, for a bit though, but he still wished nothing but the best too as well. We haven't got no statement of Vic Star or Harry or Ethan or Josh, but I probably have their own grievances about this whole entire thing and all that. So all that was crazy enough, and then and then KSI made the video. He explained that some of you guys are kind of upset about. I mean, there's an Instagram post on it. If you read the Instagram post and all that, he talks about, like, I know some of you guys are kind of shocked about this, grievous on your own. Some of you guys will hate me, understand me, but that's okay. I still love you, and like this and that. We made some great things together. You can do this thing on your own without me too as well, which is true. They have been doing good, without JJ before. They've done this before. They'll do it again if they want to. I'll explain more to that towards the end. Obviously, that whole thing happened, saying him displaying on his Instagram. You go look at his Instagram if you really want to, and all that. So it's like, it's kind of a bit of a shocker and all that. So, to a lot of people, including myself, I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was gonna stay with the assignment like forever. Like, there's no way he's gonna leave the assignment unless there's some legit reasoning behind him. And I guess we got the reasoning behind this too as well. There are some statements that the assignment did do, which kind of got a lot of people like kind of like, there's something right here, you know what I'm saying? But also, I want to give the statement to what KSI with his reasoning. I kind of like summed it up really. If you go look at his Instagram post, he kind of summing up why he wanted to go leave. But I found an article, a little bit of the picture of it, explaining it similar to it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna read this article right here. So this is what I got right here is the Sidemen production, whatever thing you got from the picture. I think this is from the picture from the Instagram that I took, like screenshot it. And it says like to sum up everything why is KSI leaving, whatever, to give people like more like simple clarity, understanding. KSI shared the news in an emotional YouTube video after months of thinking about his decision. KSI said there's no drama behind his decision. He wants to focus more on his health, family, personal life, achievement, and better work-life balance. So basically, he talks about how he wants to work balance on certain things or what content he wants to do and all that type of stuff. He wants to, to do that, but also he wants to focus more on the family and doing all that, and his health, his personal life, and all of that. He feel like the only way he could do that is by leaving assignment. Just the only way to like basically to saying to basically try to work around his life and try to get his situation in order and everything else. So just to focus on his like his health and everything else. So like to simplify everything else, you know what I'm saying? He wants to move. He wants to basically move on and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what saying based off of this and all of that and if that's what he wants, then that's what he wants, you know what I'm saying? And obviously that's what, according to him, that's what he said. Now, when I heard about this, I was like, oh, so that's why maybe he wants to just leave so the other way, he could just work around things, you know what I'm saying, go around, all that type of stuff. Because when you're making a group video, you have to be there at all times, record all this. All that life stuff and all that you're doing, it's out the window. You have to like focus on the group stuff and all that. And that's when it comes to group, when it comes to groups in any, group YouTubers or any group in around the world, doesn't matter. Whatever life stuff you got going on, when it comes to group stuff, you have to focus on the group stuff, you know what I'm saying? Leave that stuff you got going on outside, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. And it's unfortunate, but that's just how it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure pretty sure when it comes to when you're working with the Simon type of his group, you have to like focus on the Simon videos and be productive as much as you can and all that so forth. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty much it. And I feel like, that's how it is when it comes to Simon in any group in around the world. So granted, maybe some groups prefer if you need your space, you need your space. And I feel like Simon would not mind JJ having his own space to focus on whatever he gotta do, working out, getting out, his own stuff that he got going on outside of the Sidemen and all that. I'm pretty sure they would still allow him to stay. Honestly, I feel like he could have stayed with the Sidemen, in my personal opinion. Um, Despite him deciding to the one to leave, I feel like he could just maybe talk to the Simon, have a chat like, yo, I want to take a break from this Simon stuff. I'm pretty sure they would not have mind of doing this, but I guess he decided to leave on his own according, to a lot of people, and it's no joking here. Like that ass, like a lot of people were saying that, well, damn, he left out of nowhere, like his own accordingly, basically. Because, like I said, the Simon was doing the charity match while he made the announcement of him leaving, which got a lot of people thinking he did this on his own accordingly. And there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, saying you want to leave, you want to leave. But I feel like the communication, I feel like he could have done more better with the communication with the Sidemen with this whole entire leaving, in my personal opinion. But I'll explain more of that later on to give my full, honest opinion on it. But yeah, this is his reasoning behind the whole leaving and everything else. So you can see right here, this is the Sidemen statement on the Instagram, on all social media platforms. You go all over the internet. They made a statement about this whole entire thing. They made the statement, and I quote: "We want to share this saying that as the Sidemen wish JJ the best and respect his decision to leave. We will be forever grateful for his amazing moments and memories we shared together. Unfortunately, his exit did not happen in the way any of us wanted to. That has understandably left us a lot of you confused, and we feel like we owe you some clarity. It's difficult for us to address the situation and has taken some time because we're a group and not an individual. We don't have a spokesperson as such, as each of our opinions and feelings differs, which is why we're using this statement. Ideally, we would love to have the opportunity to give JJ the send off he deserved, a proper farewell video, time for everyone to process it, and a chance to celebrate everything we built together. Unfortunately, JJ released the news before we had agreed on mutual ways of letting our audience know. This is the end. This is the end of the era, but not the end of Simon. The rest of us will continue to bring you Simon content with the same compliment and optimism we always had. We look forward to continuing the journey with all of you, and thank you for always supporting us through everything. Ethan, Harry, Josh, Simon, Toby, and Vic. Yeah, this is their statement right there. This is their statement based off of this. So, right when I heard about this, when I saw this, to me, it raised a lot of red flags. It to me at least, because when I saw this, I was like, okay, they wish JJ the best, which is good. I guess they felt like JJ, if you want to leave, you could leave. You know what I'm saying? In my personal opinion, like I said before, I feel like he could have maybe talked to the Sidemen, the group. I'm pretty sure they would have given him a break and still kept the group. Or maybe he thought about leaving in the first place to go pursue whatever, where he wants to go pursue, and also go be there more, be there with more of his family and all that. If that's the case, it's understandable. But I would have wished he would have stayed, honestly, in my personal opinion, because like I said, he's good. He's one of my favorite Simon members, obviously, and it sucks that he's gonna go. But like I said, I would prefer if he would have stayed and maybe worked things out with the group. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like take a break and then maybe go and do something else. You know what I'm saying? While you take a break and still be part of the group. I'm pretty sure there's communication on that one. But based off this statement, the statement alone, it kind of got me thinking, so they had no idea that JJ was going to potentially going to like lead the Simon, and it came out of nowhere. That's why when when I read the statement, I read it a few more times. I'm thinking they probably had no idea that JJ was going to lead this whole entire group, and it kind of left a lot of people on that Simon group a bit shocked. That's why a lot of people were shocked and confused about this whole entire thing. Even I was shocked and confused about this whole entire thing. But I was understandable as well. I mean, at some point, I figured he was going to leave and do something else because obviously he is like I think he's the biggest channel out of the Sidemen, he's the biggest channel. Yeah, he got on his YouTube page with over like 10 million subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So I figure he's gonna leave based off of that and go do his other YouTube content, whatever. But also, maybe he really need to focus on his personal life and all that type of stuff, which is understandable. But um, in my personal opinion, like I said, I really wish he stayed and maybe there could be more communication. Him staying with the group too as well, taking a break with the group and go do whatever you want to do, and then come back. But I guess not. So, but based off his statement, like I said, I'm thinking to myself, there's multiple things that's going on, and then a lot of people are saying the same thing as well. They're saying that makes basically like, well, he left the Simon, okay, the Wishman on the best, but they have probably had no idea that he was leaving out of nowhere, and they thought about maybe making a video to dedicate to him about all the great moments and all that. But because of his leaving, because he left out of nowhere during this whole charity match and everything else, it kind of left a lot of people like processing their opinions and their feelings towards what this whole entire announcement, like out of nowhere. It's like what the fuck, like damn, it's crazy. And I'm not trying to speak no drama and all that type of shit. I'm just saying like based off of what I'm thinking in my head. I'm thinking, damn, so they wished them for the best one to leave, which is okay, that's understandable. But like it came out of nowhere because of, well, he did this whole entire, retirement, well, not retirement, leaving the Sidemen, just to, just to retire out of nowhere, well, not retire, leave the Sidemen out of nowhere, just to leave. You know what I'm saying? It came out all of a sudden out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Even his own Instagram statement that JJ said, some of you guys might be grieving about this, might be upset, not happy, pissed off. It's understandable. You know what I'm saying? All the type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like now we're seeing this statement. It seemed like they were like kind of like distraught about this whole entire thing. Same thing applies. Go back to Simon when we made the whole vlog. Said, "Oh, I had no idea he would make that. He was leaving Simon until he made that post." His right hand man, Simon, had no idea about this whole entire thing. Toby was like, yeah. It was kind of like a shocking grievances, but we do wish him nothing for the best. So this came out of nowhere. This whole leaving assignment came out of nowhere. It, like he did have thoughts of maybe about leaving, and I'm pretty sure there were signs of him maybe he was potentially going to leave. But it is what it is. Um, it's kind of like, it's kind of crazy based off the statement. I'm thinking like, bro, like he left, but they had no idea that he was going to leave, because this blew out of proportion out of nowhere. Like literally, he left the Sidemen. Literally, JJ left the Sidemen when they was doing a charity football match. They immediately had to make that statement because like it blew out of nowhere, like out of proportion, out of nowhere. Like it left a lot of people shocking, and then a lot of people confused about this. Is this real? Is this true? And they had to clarify the whole thing. And to me, based off the statement, it to me is like, damn, he really did decide to leave out his own accord. Now, some people might take this as just being selfish or him having the ego and all that. Me personally, based off of all of this that I got gathering here, honestly, if he wants to leave, then he can leave. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing in the world. I'm pretty sure Simon will be like the Simon group with Toby, Simon, Vic, Josh, Ethan, Harry. I'm pretty sure those six guys are going to do very well with or without him. They've done it before. They'll do it again. They'll be fine. It's nothing in the world. If he wants to leave, that's understandable. However, in my personal opinion, I would prefer if JJ would just stay and just maybe talk to them, well, of like whatever going on. But because he made the announcement he was leaving, it came out of nowhere like an RKO, Randy Orton's RKO and shit. And he decided to go ahead and leave, and they had to make that statement just to clarify some things and all this other type of stuff, and they just threw him out of nowhere because based off of what I'm seeing right here, like this whole statement right here, they had no idea. They probably had some sort of idea he was gonna leave, but like they probably for the most part it was like thinking, well, this came out of nowhere. Like we would love to give him a dedicated video, but because he made that announcement, basically we don't know what to do now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're probably gonna make the video dedicated to JJ still, despite all this. But it's like this is so suddenly. This is like out of nowhere, like an RKO or Randy Orton type shit. Like this is like out of nowhere. Like what the fuck? Like WTF type shit. So like honestly, like it's out of nowhere, and obviously the Sidemen group is they're gonna make their content without JJ and all that type of stuff. Um, JJ he's gonna focus on his family life, mysteries, and everything else, and also the content he's been gonna be making because it's very clear. Obviously, he took a break from all this, leaving assignment to go do his own thing, basically, to sum this whole thing up. And honestly, I'm not surprised about this. Like my personal opinion, this is my one personal opinion comes in. I'm not surprised about this that he is decided to leave the Sidemen. He done this before. You go back a long time ago, he left the Sidemen with the whole diss track beef and all that with Harry because of Ethan, accordingly. So he left that one. Many people at that time thought he was just joking, or the Sidemen was just joking for clicks and views and whatever, all that type of stuff. But I find it hard to believe when he literally still had the video up, and it's still up if you really want to see that. And obviously, he left the Sidemen for the first time. They rekindled. They came back together, and then eventually, he's officially leaving again, like once again. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, this time for real. And it's no surprising that he's taking this route to leave and all this type of stuff and all that. Obviously, like I said, at some point I figured he was gonna leave because he was like focused on a lot of things in life, you know what I'm saying, other than his family and the mistress and all that type of stuff. He got missing boxing, prime, and all this shit that he got to go through. He has so much to do. He still do music too as well. There's a lot of things that is on JJ's shoulders to the point where he can't do everything all at once because then he got to go do Simon video and all that. But then here's the thing here: a lot of people have their shoulders at once. You know what I'm saying? You got Harry with his own life. You know what I'm saying? You got Simon with him and his daughter. You got Josh, who's about to become a father, like you know what I'm saying, and then you got Ethan become a father, Toby in his own life. You know what I'm saying? All of these people, they have their own lives, and Vicstar G's a DJ. You know what I'm saying? They got their own lives that they're like dedicate themselves to out of the Simon. But when it comes to Simon video, they take that out of the lives they got going on. Focus on that one, get all that done, and then focus on Simon videos right there and there, and they have no problem with it. But when it comes to JJ, it felt like he has so much going on. He just felt like, you know what, I need to move on and leave and do all this. But it's crazy he did that during the time when they was doing the charity event, when Simon was doing the charity event. Like it's crazy. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But again, it's not surprising. I think we all kind of figured he was going to leave at some point. Some of you care, some of you guys may not care. Me personally, if I wouldn't be making this video, I would not be caring. But I'm making this video because I do care. Why? Because I've been a fan of the Sidemen since I was 15 years old. I care about this. 26, you know what I'm saying? So this honestly came out of nowhere. I was shocked about this whole entire thing. I thought maybe he was just joking or whatever, but no, he actually made a video to clarify he's actually leaving. He thought about this for months. He wants to leave, and honestly, he could have just stayed personally. Maybe talk to the Simon people about, is there any way we can make you stay? Maybe you could take a break off of whatever you need to go through, Simon videos and go do your thing and then make you come back. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that they would not mind him doing. I feel like there's some communication that need to be set there between JJ and the Simon. But then again, JJ decided to leave out accordingly, so I guess you could say there was little to no communication. Um, but based off of this, it seemed like he wanted to move on, and if he wants to move on, then that's okay. He go ahead and move on. Wish nothing for the best for him and all his content and what we do outside of life, all that. But it would have been cool if he would just maybe just came down, talking to the fellas, talking to them, have a communication, saying, "Listen, I'm leaving," and I'm pretty sure the fellas would not mind him leaving, or they could just say, "Hey, if you want to take that break, JJ, go ahead, take that break, but come back when you feel like you need to." Well, yeah, like come back when you feel like you need to, because I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind doing that. But I guess JJ felt like he wanted to leave. He wanted to leave for like a couple of months, and if he wants to leave for a couple months, then it's understandable. But I would prefer if he would just maybe stay, but if he wants to leave, go do his own thing. I guess he can go ahead and do his own thing. You know what I'm saying? Um, Obviously, a lot of people are going to be upset about this here and there, about him leaving and not leaving. Some, like I said, it was a lot of mixed reaction on a lot on the internet, social media and everything else. So kind of felt like damn, people feel like he felt like damn, you left your mountains. You know what I'm saying? I guess if he wants to go leave, he wants to go leave. You know what I'm saying? I wish nothing for the best for him. For if you want to, for JJ, if you want to go leave and do his own thing, then go ahead and leave and do your own thing. I'm not going just because JJ leaving doesn't mean I'm not gonna stop supporting Sidemen. I'm still gonna support the Sidemen and all that. Nothing's gonna change. I'm still gonna support JJ and all that wherever he does. Wherever he does. Um, this is just shocking to me from my reaction when I'm thinking about this. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole take on this whole entire thing. Yeah, it's crazy that he left. But then again, I think if you've been watching a few more Sidemen videos, there's sometimes he'd be detached from the group of what they're supposed to do here and there. And also, there's like numerous clips of him in the past have been surfacing of like how he's egotistical and how he's kind of like thinking he's a god, or whatever, or something like that, or thinking that that he's bigger than the Sidemen because he gained more viewers than the Sidemen this and that over the years, and the brainwash TikTok shits and everything that's going on. I guess he felt like he needs to do all of that and just focus on those things rather than what I'm saying, being the assignment group. But if he wants to focus on those things, then it is what it is. Can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the way it is. If he wants to go ahead and focus on those things, then hey, wishing him for the best and good luck to him. You know what I'm saying? And as long as his family life and everything. And Sidemen, I wish you guys know for the best too as well. Hopefully y'all strive for this despite him leaving, or maybe bringing another person in the group to fill in his shoes. But who knows? But yeah, my personal opinion on this one, honestly, I'm not surprised he left. I'm not surprised. Eventually, at some point, he was going to leave. We all figured. I think we all should figure he was probably going to leave at some point. And plus, it's not like he done this before. He done this before, so what makes you think he won't do it again? You know what I'm saying? So eventually, at some point, I figured he was going to do it again. And there's a few videos he have been attached from I've seen. So I figured he want to go do his own thing. If he want to go do his own thing, then let him do his own thing. He has so much responsibility, but so does the other members of Sidemen people as well. They got responsibility as well, but so is JJ. So it's like I guess he want to separate his responsibilities and whatever he got going on, and focus on content, whatever. But if that's the case, then it is what it is. So yeah, you let me know. That's pretty much it. So obviously, I ain't got nothing to say about this whole entire situation. I think I want to get my piece talking about this because I feel like I need to talk about this because I've been a fan of the Sidemen for since 2015. So I want to talk about this, get my thoughts and opinions on it, and hopefully you guys understand this too as well. It's not the end of the world whenever the Sidemen lose a member. I'm pretty sure they're gonna subscribe for this too as well. Hopefully they do. Saying hopefully JJ does the same thing. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. And yeah, that being said, I ain't got nothing to say, man. Thank y'all watching. Leave a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about JJ, aka KSI, leaving the Sidemen again this time. This time for real, if you want to go say that one. You know what I'm saying? But let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about that and everything else is going on in the Sidemen and everything else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I have nothing to say, man. It's shocking to a lot of people, but to me, I'm not surprised about it. So it is what it is. Wishing enough for the best for JJ for whatever he does, and wishing enough for the best for the Sidemen, whatever they do without JJ, whatever. And whether they can bring a new group member to fill in JJ's shoes or not is up to them. Um, whatever JJ decide to do, I'll support him till then, and I'll support Simon till then. I'm not going nowhere. To support both of them. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they decide to do. But y'all let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about it. I'm gonna get up out of here. Thank y'all watching. And as always, take care. I'm out. Peace.